Hello and good evening. You're watching AWANI Tonight with me, Farhana Sheikh. Police believe they have solved the case of the disappearance of retired Felcra officer Sabari Baharum following the arrest of two local men last Friday. Kedah Police Chief Dato' Faisal Saleh says the suspects, aged 26 and 38, admitted to throwing victim into Sungai Padang Terap in Jitra with his hands bound and his mouth sealed with adhesive tape. However, the victim's body has not yet been found, and efforts to locate him by police and other agencies are ongoing. 68-year-old Sabari was reported missing on September 4th in Baling. Earlier reports indicated that he left his home in Kampung Mengkuang Tengah, Baling, driving a Proton Waja. His family became concerned when they couldn't reach him. Police also detected suspicious cash withdrawals from his bank account made by an individual identified through CCTV footage. Sabari's car was later discovered burned in Belantik Sik, but there was no sign of him. The Credit Counselling and Debt Management Agency reveals that 53,000 individuals under the age of 30 are burdened with nearly 1.9 billion ringgit in cumulative debt. Second Finance Minister Datuk Seri Amir Hamzah Azizan says the agency also found that 28% of Malaysian working adults have had to borrow money to purchase essential goods.
He expressed concern over the increasing use of personal loans, credit cards and buy now, pay later schemes, especially among young adults. While these tools offer convenience, Amir Hamzah warned that a lack of understanding and discipline in managing them can quickly spiral into unmanageable debt. A recent OECD financial literacy survey found that only 36% of Malaysians understand basic financial concepts, placing the country below the global average of 42% and ranking Malaysia 26 out of 39 countries surveyed. Amir Hamzah stressed the importance of improving financial literacy, particularly as Malaysia's household debt has reached 1.53 trillion ringgit, or 84.2% of GDP as of 2023.
The removal of education subsidies for children from affluent families attending public higher education institutions will only take place once it receives cabinet approval, says Higher Education Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir. On Monday, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim said it was unfair for the elite to enjoy education subsidies when sending their children to such schools.
Zamri said Anwar's remarks reflect the government's awareness and expectation that high-income earners have a moral responsibility to ensure educational opportunities are directed towards those who truly need them. He added that the government is focused on ensuring the top 20% income group, or T20, does not exploit such subsidies. The Prime Minister said Budget 2025 will benefit those genuinely in need and cut subsidies for the ultra-rich, including in education.
Meanwhile, the Health Ministry is now assessing the mental health of children rescued from charity homes run by Global Ikhwan Holdings Sdn Berhad GISB, following concerns they may be facing mental health challenges due to trauma. Health Minister Dato' Sri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad says investigations are ongoing and updated statistics on the children's mental health are still pending.
According to him, the National Centre of Excellence for Mental Health will provide counselling, while the ministry will manage health and medical issues. Each child will be offered specialised support based on individuals' needs. On September 11, police raided 20 charity homes operated by GISB in Selangor and Negeri Sembilan, rescuing around 400 children following allegations of child neglect, sexual abuse and molestation.
The Health Ministry will take prudent and reasonable measures in using its enforcement powers under the Control of Smoking Products for Public Health Act 2024. Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad says Act 852, which was gazetted on February 2nd, comes into force today along with the regulations and orders under it.
Apa yang kita mahukan adalah kerelaan dan kesediaan mereka yang terlibat dalam industri ini memahami bahawa kita lakukan semua ini adalah untuk kebaikan, khasnya kesihatan anak-anak remaja generasi muda kita. So this is kepada 18 and below, ya, kita kena faham, ya.
Zul added that immediate enforcement will be on curbing the display and advertising of smoking products that could attract children and teenagers. The Health Ministry will also look into the sale of cigarette products in educational institutions, sales market online, and self-service machines. Meanwhile, the ministry will begin enforcement with the aim to educate first for a period of 6 to 12 months. This will include issuing compounds to those who flout the rules. The registration of smoking products would also be enforced from April 1st, 2025. Malaysia aims to position itself as a hub for artificial intelligence and the leading AI-driven nation in ASEAN. According to Prime Minister Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim, the government plans to complete its AI technology action plan within the next 12 months.
This includes a regulatory framework to increase adoption of ethical and sustainable AI technology. We will also adopt and expedite AI adoption in key sectors across Malaysia. Now, by leveraging partnerships with industry leaders and strengthening collaboration among all stakeholders, Malaysia can realize these goals and establish its role as a leading AI-driven nation in ASEAN.
Anwar said the government will also establish the National Artificial Intelligence Office to coordinate all initiatives related to AI technology. He also unveiled Malaysia's plan to create a national cloud policy. He was speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony for Google's new $2 billion data center and cloud region in the country at the Elmina Business Park in Selangor. We'll go for a quick break. Stay tuned for more.
Rambut gugur lagi? Macam mana, Gunakan Pantene Baharu dengan provitamin mikro yang meresap dan menguatkan rambut dari dalam. Rambut 10 kali lebih kuat terhadap rambut gugur. Pantene Baharu.
Alright, listen up.
Masa untuk bergembira dan ketawa. Kami ada segalanya untuk semua.
Oh, that's funny to you? Yeah.
Berseronoklah bersama seisi keluarga.
What better gift to give a loved one?
Pasti tidak kering gusi dengan ikon-ikon komedi kami. Hidup lebih indah apabila kita tertawa bersama.
Kan? I look like half Jay Chow, half Choy Yun Fat.
Go ahead, laugh it up.
Stream Laugh Out Loud. Bila-bila masa, apa jua cara. Hiburan terbaik hanya di sini. Semuanya di satu tempat.
The Israeli military has entered southern Lebanon, launching what it describes as a limited ground operation against Hezbollah. This follows intense airstrikes that targeted the group's leadership, including the assassination of its chief, Hassan Nasrallah, in Beirut last week. The Israeli army confirmed the ground raids began on Monday night, targeting Hezbollah strongholds near the border. The military emphasized that the operation is not a war against the Lebanese people. Hezbollah said on Tuesday it had launched rocket and artillery attacks against Israeli troops, including the headquarters of Mossad in Tel Aviv. Lebanon's Prime Minister Najib Mikati warned that the country is facing one of the most dangerous phases of its history and appealed for $400 million in aid to cope with surging hostilities. Israel's strikes have displaced 1 million people and killed more than 1,100. 25 people are feared dead after a devastating fire tore through a bus carrying 44 students and a teacher on a school trip. The bus was one of 3 carrying children ranging from kindergarten to 14 years old, returning from a field trip north of Bangkok. According to authorities, the number of dead was not clear, but 25 people were unaccounted. The Bangkok Post reported that the fire broke out around 12:30 p.m., not far from Don Mueang Airport. Rescuers say the tragedy began when a tire burst on the highway, causing the bus to crash into a barrier and catch fire. The fire, they believed, started at the front of the bus. In an attempt to escape, the children rushed towards the back, where their bodies were found. In other news, Japan's new Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba unveils his cabinet, sparing no time in uniting a divided Liberal Democratic Party (LDP) ahead of the October 27 general election. In his first cabinet, which consists of 19 ministers, Ishiba has notably avoided selecting any politicians linked to the LDP kickback scandal.
Many of his appointments include those close to his predecessors, Yoshihide Suga and Fumio Kishida, with Yoshihide himself appointed as LDP vice president. Key leadership rivals have also been assigned important positions, with Katsunobu Kato serving as finance minister and Yoshimasa Hayashi to stay on as chief cabinet secretary. Among the new cabinet members, 13 are taking on these roles for the first time, and there are only 2 women, a decrease from 5 in the outgoing cabinet. Ishiba also reportedly extended offers to his presidential election rivals, Sanae Takaichi and Takayuki Kobayashi, for party positions, but both declined. This cabinet announcement comes after Japan's parliament, where the LDP holds a majority, approved Ishiba's appointment on October 1st, following his victory in the closely contested LDP leadership election.
Indian police have detained around 600 Samsung Electronics workers for staging a street protest as a strike at the company's home appliances plant in Tamil Nadu enters its 4th week. More than 1,000 workers have been disrupting operations and protesting near the factory in Chennai since September 9th, demanding higher wages and union recognition.
Earlier on September 16th, 104 striking workers were detained for nearly a day. The plant is crucial to Samsung, accounting for roughly a third of its $12 billion annual revenue in India. The protest is the largest of its kind in the country in recent years and casts a shadow over Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Make in India initiative aimed at attracting foreign investment. Samsung, which has warned that striking workers could lose their jobs, has not commented on the latest detentions. The company previously said it was open to engaging with workers and noted that the average monthly salary at the plant is nearly double the regional standard. Workers, who currently earn around 25,000 rupees per month, are demanding an increase to 36,000 rupees within 3 years.
Chinese President Xi Jinping reaffirms China's commitment to global peace and development during a speech marking the 75th anniversary of the country's founding in Beijing. In his address, Xi highlighted the achievements of the Chinese people over the past 75 years and expressed confidence in even greater milestones ahead.
In his speech, Xi outlined China's key goals, emphasizing Chinese modernization as the path to national rejuvenation. Xi also reiterated China's dedication to the one country, two systems policy for Hong Kong and Macau, pledging their long-term prosperity and stability. On Taiwan, Xi reaffirmed that it remains an integral part of China, calling for deeper economic and cultural cooperation while firmly opposing any moves toward Taiwanese independence.
That wraps up AWANI Tonight. I'm Farhana Sheikh. Thank you for watching.